I'm Judy Collier from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. If you're suffering and grieving the death of a loved one, I know that I can help you. 13 years ago, my 26-year-old son, Kyle, died in an automobile accident. And at the time, I never could have imagined that I could ever be happy again without him. He was the love of my life and meant so much to our family. But I was blessed. 5 months after Kyle's death, my husband and I were in Hollywood, California, sitting opposite the world-renowned psychic medium, John Edward. And I often tell people I was blessed to have met John before he became famous. On 7 different occasions, John has given us messages from our son. And I can truthfully say that 100% of what he has told us has been accurate and true. And I know a lot of people think that psychics read minds or do research, and I can understand your skepticism. Before Kyle died, I would have thought that it was wacko, and I didn't believe in it either. But John told us things that there's no way he would have known. He knew Kyle's name. He knew Kyle was 26 years old. He knew that my son had a son, our grandson, and his birth date. He knew that Kyle was taken off life support after 2 days. He looked at my husband and he said, I hate to tell you this, but your son says you're wearing his socks. And I didn't even know it, but Jim had on Kyle's socks. He also brought up that I killed one of my son's favorite plants when he lived in an apartment in college in Arkansas. And I had gone up to Kyle's apartment one weekend and watered his plant and overwatered it and killed it. And Kyle was kind of mad at me for doing it, and John brought that up. And I know a lot of people say, why would they bring up things like this that are so unimportant? But it lets you know that John's not reading your mind. There's nowhere it's written down that I killed Kyle's favorite plant, and it meant the world to me because I knew that Kyle somehow, his spirit was there with us. One thing also is that John mentioned one time. He said, you have on a piece of jewelry right now that your son says is related to him. And I was wearing a blazer at the time, and I had a little frog pin on my lapel. And I said, well, Kyle liked frogs. And John said, no, that's not what he's talking about. He says, under your turtleneck, you have on a necklace with a number on it related to him. And I pulled out this little disc necklace that had the number 42 on it, which was Kyle's football number in both high school and college. And there's no way, John had never seen that necklace. There's no way he knew that I had it on. But Kyle definitely knew that I was wearing it. I hope that by your hearing my stories that you'll be comforted in knowing that your loved ones, though they may have died physically, they are still able to be involved in your life spiritually. I have a website, www.quitkissingmyashes.com, and my son did tell me to quit kissing his ashes, that he wasn't in the urn. And if you go to my website, you'll be able to find out more ways that your loved ones can continue to remain in your life and be involved in your life. We miss Kyle, but we feel his presence and know he's still very, very aware of what's going on here, just as we know your loved ones are very aware of what you're doing. Thank you.